the Sun is the closest star to us. Since the Earth came into being, it has always been a source of light and warmth for us. It's thanks to the Sun's light hat countless forms of life on Earth can live and flourish together. It's what makes this planet a living, breathing world. Although we observe the Sun from Earth, it seems to be a gentle, serene object. But if you get closer to its surface, you'll discover it's far more terrifying than it appears. Its surfaces are blazing plasma reaching temperatures of 6,000 degrees Celsius. Intense activity is constantly happening there. For example, the eruption you're watching now looks like a solar flare. It releases a stream of highly charged particles that can affect the Earth's power grids and disrupt communication systems. If you venture deep into the Sun, you'll find it becomes even more fearsome at its core. Matter is crushed by graviton. Temperatures rise to a staggering 15 million Celsius. Violent thermonuclear reactions occur constantly within the core. Each second, 600 million tons of hydrogen are fused, creating 596 million tons of heavier elements and releasing 4 million tons of pure energy. But how did such an enormous celestial body come into existence? Why was the Sun born? Where do its origins truly lie? According to astronomers, the Sun is a remnant of an earlier generation of star sand, was born from it. Because the solar system contains heavy elements and those elements can only form when massive stars die. That means you and I are made of stardust. That's why to understand the mystery of the Sun's origin, we must first journey back to a time long before it existed. Today, we will set out on a journey to an extraordinary point in space and time to witness the birth of the Sun. Around 13.6 billion years ago, the universe was just being born. As temperatures gradually fell, energy began to transform into matter, and hydrogen-rich gas clouds started to form, making up the first elemental neb. It was in this moment that the very first stars came to life, and light appeared in the universe. The star we now witness was once the Sun's predecessor. It was one of the very first stars to form in the universe, and it was truly massive, hundreds of times more massive than our Sun, in fact. It was among the largest stars ever discovered, and possibly even larger. With such intense pressure and rapid reactions within its core, it burned through its fuel at an astonishing rate, living for only about 1 million years. After that brief period of glory, the star ran out of fuel. Its core could no longer sustain nuclear fusion and came to a halt at iron dot. At that point, gravity took over, and the star began to collapse. This was followed by an immense supernova explosion. In that cataclysmic event, the leftover hydrogen and freshly forged heavy elements were hurled out into space. A glowing shell, light years across, was created, and so ended the era of the very first stars. As time passed, the remnants of that ancient star drifted quietly through the universe, until roughly 4.6 billion years ago, this sprawling nebula of dust and gas was stirred by some force. Within this nebula, a dense pocket of matter began to form. Gravity started to draw the surrounding material inward. Gradually, more gas and dust were pulled into this dense core. Due to the conservation of angular momentum, the contracting nebula spun faster and faster, eventually flattening into a disc-like structure. At its center, matter accumulated more and more until it became an ultra-dense sphere, the embryo of a newborn star. This process lasted roughly 10 million years. After that long wait, the temperature and pressure inside this dense sphere surged, reaching unimaginable levels. Then hydrogen ignited, and the core blazed with fusion. A new sun was born. Meanwhile, the leftover gas and dust continued orbiting this newborn star. Slowly, gas giants began to take shape, and the heavier elements from earlier generations of stars started to collide and clump together, growing larger and larger until they became solid bodies. These became the rocky planets. Then, across billions of years of evolution, through countless eras, humanity finally emerged on the scene, building a sophisticated and advanced civilization.